This is Pulse of Africa, the face of Ethiopia, the voice of Africa.
Hello viewers, you're watching Pulse of Africa. I am Tinsai Gabel for the main news. First, our top stories for today. Addis Ababa Declaration officially adopted at Second African Climate Summit. Prime Minister Abiy extends New Year message. Intra-Africa trade fair secures $48 billion US. Now the news in detail. African leaders have officially adopted the Addis Ababa Declaration at the Second African Climate Summit, marking a historic step toward accelerating global climate solutions through Africa-led initiatives. The declaration focuses on financing for resilient and green development and was adopted alongside the flagship report of the African Climate Initiatives. African leaders have also committed to lead the African-led solution by launching the Africa Climate Innovation Compact. They decided that the nature-based solutions are the gateway for climate-resilient and green development that was recognized by Ethiopia's green legacy as a continental model in this regard. The Leaders' Declaration called for strengthened and sustained support to scale up implementation of the African-led climate initiatives, such as the Africa Union Great Green Wall Initiative, the African Forest Landscape Restoration Initiative, and the Ethiopian Green Legacy Initiative, among others. Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed has conveyed New Year greetings to Ethiopians home and abroad, highlighting the inauguration of the Grand Ethiopian Renaissance Dam as a symbol of unity, pride, and national renewal. He reflected on achievements in agriculture, tourism, mining, manufacturing, and IT over the past year, stressing that God embodies perseverance, sacrifice, and collective effort. Abiy said the dam marks the start of a historic chapter for Ethiopia, reshaping the country's image and geopolitical stature. The Prime Minister urged Ethiopians to remain united and resilient, expressing hope that the new year will bring greater prosperity and renewal for the nation. Similarly, African Union Commission Chairperson Mohamed Ali Youssef has conveyed warm greetings to the government and people of Ethiopia on the occasion of Enkutataash, the Ethiopian New Year. In his message, he wished Ethiopia renewed peace, stability, and prosperity while recognizing the country's continued contributions to the unity and progress of Africa. Kazakhstan and the Democratic Republic of Congo have reaffirmed their commitment to strengthening ties during President Felix Tshisekedi's first visit to Astana. President Kasim Jomart Tokayev hailed the visit as a new chapter in Africa-Central Asia relations, emphasizing opportunities in trade, mining, agriculture, IT, and digitalization. He highlighted the DRC's vast resources, including the role as the world's top cobalt producer, and praised the work of Kazakhstan's Eurasian Resource Group in the Congolese mining sector. Tshisekedi thanked Kazakhstan for its solidarity and commitment to peace, calling its decision to renounce nuclear weapons an inspiration. Both leaders expressed confidence that signed agreements will boost cooperation and build a long-term partnership. Prime Minister Narendra Modi and Mauritius Prime Minister Navachandra Ragulam held talks in Varanasi, agreeing on special economic package to boost infrastructure, jobs, and healthcare in Mauritius. The leaders signed agreements on education, energy, and maritime cooperation, including a 17.5 megawatt floating solar plant and joint hydrographic survey of Mauritius' exclusive economic zone. Modi reaffirmed India's role as a first responder in the Indian Ocean, highlighting support of Mauritius' security, energy transition, and capacity building. He stressed that the free, open, secure, and prosperous Indian Ocean is a shared priority for both nations. In other news, over 2 million trips by Russian tourists to China are expected in 2025, driven by Beijing's new trial visa-free policy for Russian citizens starting September 15. The measure is forecast to boost tourist flows by 40% this fall, according to Russia's Association of Tour Operations. China is set to become Russia's second largest travel destination after Turkey. Moscow is also considering reciprocal visa-free entry for Chinese tourists, a move welcomed by President Vladimir Putin. Syrian President Ahmed al-Shara will participate in the 80th session of the UN General Assembly in the High-Level Week, scheduled from September 22 to 30 in New York City. Al-Shara will be accompanied by Foreign Minister Assad Hassan al-Shabani and a high-level diplomatic delegation, according to the Syrian Arab News Agency. The occasion marks the first participation by a Syrian president since 1967 and its first ever participation in the High-Level Week. Al-Shara and al-Shabani will take part in the numerous meetings and events, in addition to holding bilateral meetings with leaders of state and heads of delegation participating in the UN General Assembly.
The story of resurgent Ethiopia and burgeoning Africa is here.
only on the Pulse of Africa channel, all the time. Pulse of Africa, the face of Ethiopia, the voice of Africa.
Now to business news. The fourth intra-African trade fair closed in Algiers on Wednesday with a record $48.2 billion in deals, the African Export-Import Bank said. Afreximbank President Benedict Orama called the outcome the most successful since the fair's launch, exceeding earlier projections of $44 billion. Algeria accounted for $11.6 billion, or nearly a quarter of the total. The agreements covered sectors including agriculture, energy, finance, health, and transport. Hosting for the first time, Algeria showcased energy, agriculture, and manufacturing industries. Oracle co-founder Larry Ellison has surpassed Tesla CEO Elon Musk to become the world's richest person, according to Bloomberg. Ellison's worth hit $393 billion after Oracle shares surged 34% on strong earnings fueled by multi-billion-dollar AI-related orders. Musk's worth $385 billion, by Bloomberg's estimate, lost ground as Tesla stock fell 14% this year. Ellison's fortune comes mainly from his 41% stake in Oracle. Forbes, however, still ranks Musk first, valuing his wealth at $439 billion. Before concluding, let us provide you with the latest updates on global commodities prices. Now to weather updates. That's all for today, and thanks for watching Pulse of Africa.
This is Pulse of Africa, the face of Ethiopia, the voice of Africa.